Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, what is your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie? Does your family like to watch movies together? My family has a few movies that we love to watch all the time. I like to show my kids the movies that I liked when I was a kid. There are a few newer movies that we enjoy too, but we like the old ones a lot. Did you know that making a movie is a really big job? They don't just turn on a camera and make up a movie on the spot. There's a lot of planning that goes into every single second of all of the movies you watch. Every single thing that a character says, every location where the movie takes place, all of the special effects and all the sound effects, all the music, it all takes a really long time to create. Oh, and if it's an animated movie, think about all the time it takes to draw all of the characters and animate their movements. Have you ever wondered how movies are made? It's a huge process that includes hundreds or sometimes even thousands of people. Want to learn about it today? Well, first, let me ask you a question. If you wanted to start building a house, would you just start hammering nails into wood before you even knew what the house was going to look like? Nope. You have to start with a plan. Making a movie is a lot like building a house. A lot of the work is done before you even get started. See, the first part of movie making is called pre-production. Can you say pre-production? That's when people come up with the story, write the script, and plan every single detail before any cameras start rolling. The script tells the story line by line, including what each character says and does. A script for a movie is called a screenplay, and it's written differently than a regular book. It includes the action, a description of the locations, and all of the dialogue.
Hello.
And dialogue is just everything that the characters say in the movie. Once the script is ready, artists and designers begin creating storyboards. These are like comic book versions of the movie that show what each scene will look like. If the movie is live action, the crew starts choosing where to film, building sets and finding actors. If it's animated, artists begin sketching characters and settings, which could take months or even years. The next stage is called production, and this is when the actual filming, or animating, happens. In live-action movies, this is where they actually hit record and the actors start performing. There's a director that makes sure every moment looks and feels right. Okay, quiet on the set, cameras rolling, and action! The director is basically the boss of the set. Whatever the director says, goes. If the director says, we need to do that again, everybody does it again. If the director says, the scene is too dark, well, then they bring in some more lights and they brighten up the scene. It can take many tries to get a scene just right, and every try is called a take. So if you ever hear someone say, take two, that means it's the second try. If they say, take 5, well, actually, that could mean we're going to take a break for 5 minutes. That actually wasn't a good example. Now, in animated movies, instead of filming actors, animators create motion one frame at a time using computers. Some movies can take years to animate. Every blink, every movement, and even the way hair or clothing moves is designed with incredible detail. Most animated movies now are created on computers. They're computer animated. But when I was a kid, a lot of movies were hand-drawn. Have you ever seen a hand-drawn movie? Hand-drawn, or traditional animated movies, are made by artists drawing every single frame by hand. Each drawing is slightly different from the one before it. So when all the pictures are shown quickly, about 24 per second, they look like they're moving. Now, after filming or animating comes post-production. This is when editors cut together all of the best scenes. And this is also when sound designers and composers come into the picture. See, if you're watching a movie, every single sound effect you hear was added after the fact. Did you know that? So if you hear someone walking, or a door opening, or even someone scratching their face, all of those sounds were put in later. Adding sound effects is a huge job. And don't forget about the music. A composer writes music to perfectly match everything happening on screen. If the composer does his job right, you never even think about the music you're hearing. You don't notice it when it starts or stops or changes. After all that work is done and everything is finished and approved, the movie is ready to be shared with the world. It goes to movie theaters, might go to a streaming service, or it gets printed to physical discs like DVDs and Blu-rays. That way, no matter how you like to enjoy movies, you have a way to watch it. Do you like going to movie theaters? Or does your family just mostly watch stuff on streaming services? Or do you actually put in a physical disc to play a movie? Or maybe even a VHS tape if you have any of those lying around. Well, next time you watch a movie, think about all the people who made it happen. Writers, directors, actors, animators, editors, sound mixers, and even more, people we didn't even talk about, like costume designers. Those are the people in charge of what everybody wears in the movie. There are so many jobs when it comes to making a movie, and each one helps tell the story that you see on the screen. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What's the very first stage of making a movie called? That is called pre-production. What do filmmakers use to plan out each scene like a comic book? They use storyboards. And what do we call the part of the process where all the filming or animating happens? That's called production. And then what is the stage where editors and sound designers finish the movie? That's called post-production. You know, I'm realizing that making a movie and making an episode of Curious Kids every day, both those things have a lot in common. When I do the writing for the show before I record it, that's pre-production. And then when I go to record the episode, like what I'm doing right now, that's called production. And then when I'm editing the episode and putting all the music and sound effects in, which is what I'm going to be doing later, that's post-production. An episode about how I make an episode of Curious Kids every day sounds really interesting, and maybe I'll do that soon. All right, let's play true or false. True or false? Animated movies are made faster than live-action movies. That's false. They usually take longer. True or false? Storyboards help directors see what the movie will look like. That is true. True or false, music and sound are added after filming is finished. Yep, that's true. That's post-production. Would you rather be the actor who's on screen or the director who decides how every scene looks? I really enjoy directing. I like to be behind the camera when I'm working on video stuff. So I would definitely choose to be the director who decides how the scene looks. But it can be fun to be in front of the camera from time to time. What about you? I bet you didn't realize how many people it takes to make a movie. Every time you sit down to watch a movie that you really enjoy, there might be 1,000 people that were involved in making it. You know how after the movie is over and they have that line of names that just goes on and on forever? Those are all the people that were involved in making the movie, and that list just goes on forever. If you made a movie one day, what kind of story would you tell? And what kind of job would you want to have in making the movie? Would you rather be in front of the camera or behind the camera? Would you want to write it or shoot it or maybe edit it? Well, whatever your job would be, everybody involved in a movie is very important in making the movie happen. Every time you sit down to watch a movie, just think about all the people that were involved in making it happen. Pretty cool, huh? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, thank you so much for telling other parents about this show. Please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. And if you want an activity sheet for every new episode of the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow!